wing it from when we wing it. Oh, evening, boys. We're live again on the internet. I know. So we've got a couple of people missing. I'm sure that they will be here very, very soon. The tech boy has got his tech and it's gone kaput again. So it's just me. Who else have we got? We've got Smiler Ross, and we've got the new boy back again.
Hello.
So, new boy, we already know what your name is. What kind of fish tank have you got behind you?
I have a D&D Pro Reef 1500. 5 foot, 500 litres, 120 or 130 gallons.
Wickedy woo. And lighting above it, what lighting you got?
At the moment, I'm running 4 Hydra 26 HDs on a hanging light bar, if you want to call that, or a hanging light fixture. I have in my sump, I am running a Clarisy Gen 2 SK5000 roller. I'm running a UV, a Vecton Titan UV, Bubble Magus Curve 5 skimmer, and yeah, that's about it really. And then just your normal generic return pump and whatnot.
Right, fair enough. So we're ready when you are. Are you all geared up to show us your fish tank?
Yeah, sure. Give me 2 seconds.
Let's see whether he goes off, because the normal way of doing this.
There we go.
That's it.
So
look at that.
There we go. There we go. So at the moment, I've got only very few corals really. I've got a nice frog spawn that I really like, a purpley gold one. I've got a toxic hammer, which I also really enjoy. Got a couple of zoas, a chalice that's doing very well. A couple of SPS. I'm trying to get into the SPS game. Yeah, a very big learning curve to say the least. But I'm getting there, and I've got your leather, a little frag of a hammer that I've had for quite a while that has always struggled, but it's slowly getting there. And some GSP at the back, really. And I mean, there you go.
Right. So furthest to the left, obviously, the wave maker that you've got.
Yep.
Why are you running your wave maker all the way down there?
So it's actually down at the bottom, but it's not. It's pushing water upwards or at an angle of upwards. So what I've tried to do is when I found using 2 gyros is that you get dead spots with the rocks. So the reason why they're facing mid-height, pushing up in the middle of the rocks, is to get a flow in between all the rocks and try and minimize my dead spots in this tank. I have the issue of when I place this tank is obviously the ideal would be have a wave maker either side, so one against that end and obviously one against that end, but I don't have that luxury. So I've got both of them on one end and one pushing the water upwards and the other one to the mid range of the tank to try and get a mixture of flow to the back.
Right. Did you build that rockscape or did you have it built for you?
I built this rockscape myself. I had a lot of fun doing it. It took me a couple of weeks to build. I learned a lot about rock work and what products to use, and what's tank friendly, reef safe, and whatnot. But yeah, that's all the rock work in this tank is built by me. I've done all the work in this tank.
Right. And it's just the like the tube rock that you've put together, yeah?
So the rocks that I originally got were from an individual that you know, when he shut down his tank, I got a load of
Alright.
his rock out of his tank, and it was like this purple Carib Sea, big blocks like that. So what I did was I painstakingly got a big bolster chisel and a hammer and smashed it all up, and then started gluing pieces together. What worked? So
Fair enough. So
the
what have you
only
glued it?
what have I
What
glued
did
it
you glue it
with?
together with? Yeah.
So I've used the sand. What I've got is what I would do is I'd put a layer of glue, some sand, and then a layer of glue again. So like you build it up, you might be able to see it. Oh, sorry. You might be able to see it slightly there. You see the white. So
Right. Yeah.
it's basically then layered with glue and and rock. So the sand is like a part of the binding or makes the bind even stronger. So that's what I've done for all of this. And the only thing I've changed with actually binding or gluing is this bottom piece here of rock. I use reef cement from one of the brands, which I find very difficult to use, to be fair, because it goes from a liquid to a solid very quickly, so you don't have a lot of play or manipulation time to get it
Right.
right.
Is that bare bottom again, or have you put sand back in it?
I've put sand back in it. I put sand back in it because the wrasses that I've got, I just can't bear to see them struggle and not have a lot of space to go or to hide and sleep at night. So I did thought, like I said to you, I wanted to stick with the bare bottom, but I decided to change that in the end.
So when you built the Rockscape, you built that out of the tank and then dropped it in, or?
Yes, it's exactly that. So this is all one piece.
Ooh.
There is no break in this. So I had to when I did it all, the livestock was already in here. The corals I took off the old rock work and put to one side in a bucket, and then basically just did a huge changeover. You know, take all whatever was left in the tank out, and me and my partner we dropped this in together, which was, as you can imagine, very tricky to say the least, and scary because I hate the fear of dropping the rock on the glass because it was a bare bottom at the time. You know, cracking the glass or anything like that. That was incredibly scary. So yeah.
So you can see down the side view of that tank. One side's against the wall, one side's open. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So the reason, well, at the moment I'm doing a water change as we speak because it's my weekly water change time. But yeah, so this is actually next to my breakfast bar, so I can in the mornings when I have my breakfast and whatnot, I've got a full side on view of the tank, and yeah, it's quite nice. It's quite relaxing to say the least.
Yeah. So what fish? Obviously, we can see foxface. What fish have you got in there?
So we got a convict tang, we got a foxface, we have 6-line wrasse, we have 2 peacock wrasses, female. And we've got an ebely tang, and then I have 6 little blue star damsels, and I've got, you might see at the back, I've got an actual abtige eating filefish.
Yeah.
Abtige eating filefish. And I have 1 little blenny, but obviously he's camouflaged in the rockwork somewhere, and I can't see him. I did see him a minute ago, but he's probably hiding somewhere now.
Okay. So what is on the bottom, on the right hand side, the far right hand side on the bottom? Is that just a piece of rock?
So no, this is a bunch of zoas.
What's behind those zoas? What's that? Is it?
Oh, that is just a rock that I had laying around from when I had my old tank, and I put it in there. And the blue star damsels actually all school in there in the evening and sleep in there, which is I find quite cool. To be fair. So
Wickedy woo. Wickedy woo. Right. So let's have a look what you've got in your cabinet. Let's be
Yes.
nosy. Let's have a rummage.
let's have a rummage. No problem. So as we said, so got the Gen 2 roller. Really, I really like it, to be fair. Bit of a pain to change the roll mat when it's exhausted and all used, but still a lot better than I found using filter socks. I find that a lot better. I've got, so it's a 2-chambered sump. So I've only got the reef rollers in one chamber, and then everything else is in one open chamber. So I have a basket here which is running carbon, activated carbon, a very small amount, a very, very small amount of Rowapoth, and a very small amount of Cuprisorb for heavy metals. Then I have the Vecton Titan 550 UV, which is running off a pump, which is in the same section of the filter roller. And the UV return of this UV is actually coming up here, which is flowing water onto the basket to try and I thought it would be a good way of cleaning, getting a good flow through the basket, through the Rowapoth and whatnot. I have a small little basket with some macroalgae, some, I think it's Calopra growing in there, a little refuge, and then obviously all your bioballs. I'm just running loads and loads and loads of bioballs.
Yeah.
Keep the bacteria healthy and going. Have a good biodiversity. Your normal sized RO tank, and then obviously your cooling fan and my dosing pumps to dose my trace elements and KH and magnesium, calcium.
So what product are you dosing at the moment?
At the moment, the product I'm using is Tropic Marine All-for-Reef. I went to the All-for-Reef brand, or the All-for-Reef model, which is everything in one powder. You make the liquid yourself. It's actually served me really well, but now that I'm slowly getting lots more corals, I'm actually I'm going to be transitioning in the next couple of weeks to Reef Elements, to their 2-part dosing system, because I'm getting a KH manager which runs with Reef Elements. So that's what I'm running next. Other than that, I'm also running a bottle of vodka, but a carbon source for the bacteria to keep my nitrates and phos down, as well as the Rowapoth.
A bottle of what? Sorry, Ben.
A bottle of vodka.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Good old vodka, which is just your old school carbon dosing.
I can see that you're going to fit in round here.
I mean, it's done me really well from when I started using it. I've never veered away from it. As long as you don't overdose and always go up in increments, then you never get any issues with colouring of your tank or, with dropping out of nitrates. So
how much vodka are you dosing at the moment?
Oh, only about 10 mil a day at the moment.
Right.
And that's split up during the day. I with my doser, I do like 10 mil, and it's divided by 24 doses. So it's not like 10 mil in one big hit. It's spread out during the whole 24-hour period. Same as with my magnesium and calcium. I try and keep my levels as stable as I can physically get it.
Right. Wicked. So all in all, from when I first met you in the shop, how long have you been in this hobby?
Coming over 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah, two years.
I don't think that you're doing that bad. Obviously, you learnt everything from me, so I'm going to take massive credit for your fish tank.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I could never have thought let's put this back on. Never thought I could grow like a chalice that big. I mean, as you're well aware, I bought that chalice as a small little flat frag, and now it's huge.
Where are we
So
looking? Where are we looking?
we're looking there, the chalice.
Oh, right. Hollywood Stunner.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I mean, you know me, I got that as a small little piece from Half Cut Corals, and now it's massive. And you know, I think that's awesome that I've been able to do things like that and grow things. I mean, there's another one from Half Cut Corals there, which split and then joined back up together, and now it's even it's nearly actually 10 times the size what it originally was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm getting growth. I'm obviously starting to do something right.
Yeah. Right. So let's have a look at your cable management, because I've got somebody in the bottom corner that's he's got a little smile on his face. I can see his face.
I don't want to show you my cables.
As soon as I said cable management, you now come on.
It's a bird's nest.
Oh.
I mean, I have the typical syndrome of get it on, get it in, turn it on like a little kid in a sweetie shop. I do need to sort it out. I really do need to sort it out. But, when I get a moment, I will sort it and I'll deal with it.
How many plugs out of the wall have you got? Is it 2 plugs out of the wall? Two plugs out of the wall. And we've got how many treble adapters on there?
Oh, loads. No, I've got 1, 2, 3, 5.
5. Oh, right. So you need to be looking at your cable management, my old son, because treble adapters on marine fish tanks, are they all? So on one of the treble adapters, are they running 3 lights off of one, or are the lights?
The lights are all on their own on the actual bar. They're at the back.
Right.
All this like the auto top up, skimmer. One's the heater and cooling element. Thingy-mabobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Controller.
But yeah, no, it's controller. That's it. I mean, yeah, it is. And one's the UV, obviously. But yeah, it's a mess. It is a mess. It's not a nice mess. It's one I'd rather not look at every day, to be fair.
No, but now it's live on the internet, and everybody's going to be able to comment on it.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I know. Please rip into me. It's something. I mean, it's something I do need to change. Yes, I agree. I'll need to zip tie it, make it nice and neat. I would love to put it on the back wall, to be fair, and actually make that area a bit more of a usable space.
Right. Right. I'm gonna let the boys. Any questions, boys?
The cable management looks all right to me. Looks spot on.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that comment.
Yeah.
I'll not comment on that one.
No, I mean,
Right.
It's obviously when I see the videos on YouTube of other people, other reefers, whatnot, and they've got a nice little piece of wood with all the controller switches for on and off for everything, and I think that's incredible. I would like that myself, but then realize it's a lot of work, a lot of time.
Yeah, it is. And going from where you're at now, obviously that you've added loads and loads and loads. If thinking about cable management from the very first device and then working forward from that is potentially the way. If you're into your cable management, then starting from device 1 and then building on the principle that you're always going to have good cable management, or then you're just like every other reefer, exactly the same as me, that you just buy stuff and then think, oh, I'll sort it all out later. But undoing, I mean, you must have, I'm going to say, upwards of 10 plugs, 12 plugs, something like that.
Yeah.
To undo all of them, I'm surprised that you actually know what is attached to what, to be fair, because most of the time when I need to switch something off, I ain't got a clue which switch I'm turning off.
The for me, the most important ones are right at the front. The ones that I use on a daily basis. The ones at the back, I don't have a clue. Not a
Right.
clue. Not any. I'll be playing the game of unplug and see what turns off.
Right, fair enough.
So, yeah, no, yeah, that definitely needs to be better, though. I do agree.
So, any questions, Dave? Any questions?
How do you get on with the bio ball rather than doing just your algae?
The bio balls,
Yeah.
I get on with them quite well. To be fair, I mean, they're from the max. I think they're max spec bio balls. These ones. The only issue I find with them is I have I have an outbreak of aptasia. I've got aptasia, and aptasia seems to love growing on them. Really enjoy growing on them, which is my only issue, to be fair. Other than that, I find them quite good because, especially for my sump, because it's an open sump,
Yeah.
I use the bio balls to actually keep my pump in place in its location, kind of like secure it in place with the weight of the balls.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it works quite well. No issues at all, really. And I've always wanted to have good amount of space because I was scared with my rock work being how it is, not having a lot of not having a lot of like holes in the rocks and whatnot anymore, like you do with your big rocks for bacteria to live inside. I was scared that I wasn't going to have enough surface area for bacteria to grow in, so I just literally just filled the whole sump up with them. But
How many
my tank,
packs are in there? How many kilos?
There's about 3 boxes worth in the box that you can buy. You know, like the ones in the local shop you can buy from Max Spec. I think it's like 30 balls or 40 balls or whatever it is a box.
Right, so 3 kilos then if you've got 3 of the small
Yeah,
boxes.
that's about it. 3 kilos of them. I know some people. So you can buy like the bricks, which you can put in the holders, and they say you only need like 3 bricks for this size tank. But yeah, I went for the balls instead. They were a bit cheaper.
Yeah. And what are your parameters running at the moment? What's your nitrate, your phosphate, and blah de blah running at the minute?
My phos at the moment's 0.06. I did a check earlier this morning. My nitrates run around the 5 to 10 mark. The KH I'm running about 8.5. Magnesium I run about 1480, and calcium normally on this tank is always with Tropic Marine runs high, so it's always around the 490 mark for calcium. I haven't seen any issues with corals with high calcium levels as of yet. I know it's not ideal; it should be a little bit lower. And then other trace elements with my ICP tests I do once a month are pretty okay. I have one slight issue of the tank at the moment, which is tin. I have a bit of a higher level of tin at the moment. It keeps going up every month, so I'm trying to find out where it's coming from.
Good luck with that one. Food's probably the best bet to start with, as it always is.
What was that?
Tim, probably get that from food like you always do. There's not a lot you don't get from food. You feed it frozen food.
Yeah, well, I've questioned. I've questioned if it's from frozen food because I've been dealing with it. Well, since I've had this big size tank, first couple 4 months, 5 months was fine, and the levels were creeping up slowly. I didn't notice on the ICPs until it started. Obviously, when it came up as to take action on, and this month I've stopped feeding frozen and only feeding like flake and just dry food. So I want to see with the water changes if it starts dropping.
Yeah.
And if it does, then I know that frozen food is an issue.
Yeah, if not, it's like impellers or something like that in the pump, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've changed the internals on my return pump. I've The pump that's in with the reef roller at the moment, that's only been in not so long, so it's not because of that. I've changed my magnets, my algae nori feeders, the magnets over on that. I mean, I've checked the gyros, and yeah, I can't find anything wrong. And I would have thought if a gyro magnet was going or whatnot, you would have other elements, trace elements going up as well as just tin.
Yeah.
I've changed my I changed the brackets for the doors and whatnot as well. They were a little bit rusty, so I'm trying to keep on top of it. So
Wickedy woo. Wickedy woo. Right, I'm going to put you back on as a 4. So if you want to turn your camera around, we'll see your ugly mug again.
yeah, there we go.
Oh, no, not that close. Not that close. Come on.
Let me close my cupboard doors because I don't want to see that rat's nest.
All right, fair enough. Bless you. Bless you. So yeah, I mean the vodka dosing and the bio balls is one way of looking at your nitrates being as low as they are. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And we can see Ross all puzzled again. It's like, you've just told me something else now.
Well, I have heard of the vodka dosing before.
Yeah. So it's one way because obviously you're stimulating all of the bacteria that's in the system. But obviously that's exactly the same process as like an AB plus as a Red Sea product. That all that is ethanol in there. So it's the same sort of concept. Oh, well, Ben, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
It's always nice to have a delve into somebody else's fish tank. To have a little bit of a snoot around, because it's different, obviously, this type of hobby, that being on the internet now and being able to show fish tanks and things like that, it's quite good. It's quite good. Right, so seems as Daryl isn't here for his weekly jingle, I'm still thinking of a Daryl Fish Tank Week or something like that. What's been happening in your fish tank this week, Dave? Anything good?
No, actually, it's bad. I've had a death. Yeah. So these Fandango jump guards didn't work. I managed to have a clownfish jump out with a little gap.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So I found it the day after, a little bit dry on top of the jump guard.
Oh, there's a lot of that going about. Not good though. Not good. Was it nice and crusty? Nice and crusty when you found it?
Yeah, it looked like a sun-dried tomato.
But sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, so just looking a bit bare at the minute, so I'll put in the shop, buy some fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, spend some more money.
How's the frag tank coming on? Are we have we done any more par readings?
No, I've been busy the last few weeks, so I've not really done anything. Let it run. So I'll get back up to it next week. Now everything's died off. And, there's not much doing anymore outside. So, yeah. Get the lights sorted and then spend some more money.
Yeah, that's what you go to work for, just to feed your fish tank hobby.
Yeah, feed the electric so.
Yeah, definitely. Ross, anything exciting to tell us that's happened this week?
No, nothing exciting in particular. Just been concentrating on my testing. Phosphate seem touch wood to be under control still at the moment. 0.03 for the past 4 or 5 tests. So that seems okay at the moment. Nitrate's still high, but it's never changed. It's always been what it is. Yeah, and that's about it really. I've not really done a lot, to be fair. I've just ordered a few more extension blocks and things. I'm talking about cable management. I'm planning on tidying up underneath the in the cabinet a little bit. Some of my extension blocks, they're not individually switched either. So you switch it off, it switches everything off. Where I want to be able to switch each plug off.
Yep.
So I'm planning on doing that when they turn up.
And then when you've done it, we can shame Ben.
Well, I mean, mine's not great now, but I think I could probably still shame him as it is.
Oh, dearie me.
Hey, put a couple of half-cut coals in today, haven't we?
Yep. So what was the deal, Ross? All you needed to do was watch me on the internet, and what happened? Tell the world about it, because the world has now missed out.
They missed out on a 5 for £25 deal.
5 frags for 25 quid.
It's good, that.
Ridiculous.
Anybody would think that some drunken idiot came up with that promotion.
They would.
I know.
That's a good deal, that.
5 frags for 25 quid. Oh, so what did you get? What did you get?
I got a Zoa that you made me have.
All right, the plot thickens there, doesn't it?
I got like a candy cane looking thing. And you tell me, I don't know the names of these things.
I knew this was going to happen.
I got an orange thing and a green thing.
I got an orange one. I got this one. I got that one. It's whether you're into names or not, isn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, as Ben said, everybody knows what a Rasta looks like because it's a named coral. But then when you go into a shop and you go, oh, what's that called? You're expecting that I, off the top of my head, know exactly what the names are and stuff like that. And then I tell you,
could be making it up for all I know.
Yeah, exactly. And then you go home and then you go, oh, I've got these corals. Can't remember what they were.
Not a clue.
No. So you got a jack-o'-lantern. You got the Zoa that I made him have was literally a frag with, I'm going to say, 2 heads of I forget the name of it now. But anyway, it's awesome from you. It's very. I'm sat looking at it now, and for the life of me, I can't think of what it is. We'll come back to that. So yeah, you basically got 5 corals, 25 quid, and there was one other person that did exactly the same deal. Everybody else on the internet missed out. That's what you get for not watching me, folks.
It's a shame I came 3 days earlier.
Well, yes. What Ben did, Ben came and said, "What's this promotion?" And I said, "Ben, have you commented on the video?" And I told him to comment on the video, and he still hasn't commented on the video.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. So obviously we're all now back off of holidays. Are we ready for the nights getting darker and sitting in front of fish tanks and things like that? Are we looking forward to it?
Looking forward to get my wood burner going.
Ooh.
Chimney swept.
Sounds nice.
You what?
Chimney swept, and we're ready. We're ready for it.
Oh, so we're all got log burners.
No,
Yeah, I was
I don't.
outside splitting logs the other day.
Ooh.
Oh, very manly.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Have you got
That's
a
why
log
you-
burner, Lee?
I was outside
Pardon?
swinging my chopper.
Have you got a log burner, Lee?
No, no,
No, me neither.
no.
I think with conventional gas.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here. It's 25 degrees all year round here. I just it's like my pastime is like, I was going to say clubbing seals, but that's properly wrong. But the environment, it does cost a little bit to keep a fish tank going. But obviously, if the fish tank's in the corner, it's providing a heat source. So it's better to have a fish tank in your front room, providing a heat source, and then you're all happy. Right, boys. Did everybody see my video during the week of the little 3 foot? I can see. Look, you can see his pressed lips up in the top corner. He's like, "No, I didn't see that one." No. So
The new system is setting up.
in the new 3 foot, which I've moved, by the way. So it was on this side and it's now on that side. But it started to get a little bit of like brown, horrible algae in there. What sort of critter would you put in to get on top of like an algae issue? It's got 2 spiny turbos in there at the moment. It's got some hermit crabs in there at the moment. What else would you put in to help with algae?
Good old algae blenny.
An algae blenny.
Lawnmower blenny, or otherwise they know call it as.
And do we agree with that, boys?
I'd get an urchin.
What was that?
I'd go for an urchin.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
And you didn't even watch my video?
No,
What a tuxedo?
Why?
no thoughts on it.
If you're going to put an urchin in there, why would you go for a tuxedo rather than a pincushion?
That's what I was about, really. Isn't it?
But would you be happy with either?
I would do, yeah.
So I did give it away that I am going to put an urchin in there. You didn't even watch my video, and you came up with an urchin. Bravo, bravo. So 1 point added for picking an urchin, 5 points off for not watching my video.
It's better than nothing.
So Ross, you've not got urchin in there.
No, I haven't got an urchin in mine at all.
What have you got in your tank that's keeping on top of your algae issues?
Snails. Probably my tangs are probably doing the best job, to be fair. And then for the sand is just my orange spot goby.
All right, yeah. Right.
I did have a yellow. I did have a silver bellied wrasse, but that jumped out.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens.
Mm.
Yeah. And so, coral wise, what would you advise me to put as my next coral? Because I'm on week 9, so next week's going to be week 10. Should I start going a little bit trickier with like a Cyphastria? Do you think a Cyphastria would take after week 10? No. Ooh. What do you think, Ben? Week 10, Cyphastria?
No, I would say wait a bit longer.
Ooh. Right. So no Cyphastrias. But what coral can I just get another soft coral? I need
Like a
What?
toadstool or something like that, maybe.
Good
Ooh,
old toadstool or a Kenya.
there's a Kenya in there already, Ben. If you were watching, Ben, come on.
Another one. I think you need some more.
One at either side of the tank.
Deary me.
What,
Right. So
what's the plan for that for your system though? Is it you wanted to make it an SPS system, or or you just want it to be mixed?
the plan is to use it as things to get you boys talking on a Friday night. It's not doing a very good job of that at the moment. But yeah, so I'm actually thinking of at week 10. I think week 10's still very, very early to be put in like an LPS coral in there. But I've got loads of them. So I'm going to put one in just to try. And then obviously, if we're all saying it is too early to put a Cyphastria in there, then people will be able to see it die live on the internet. I know. Yeah, I know. Right, boys. So obviously we've done a nice tank tour of Ben's system. What lighting profile are you running on your lights, Ben?
I am running a custom light schedule from the AI Hydra group on Facebook. There's a guy on there called, I think it's Darren Cooper, I think his name is. He runs his pictures of Pennywise, the clown. But I'm running his light system. It's called the Deadlight 71%.
Right.
So my blues ramp up to a max of 71%. My UV goes around about the 50, 60 mark, and it just keeps spiking up during the day, with whites and whatnot. It goes up and down, and then near the end of the light schedule, like now, because my lights will shut off at 8. It's just then blues for about an hour. It's just only blues. Ramps up and then ramps up at about 71, and then
Cool.
right now it's on a swan.
Why
down.
then?
Why what? He's frozen, hasn't he?
That was my internet. Sorry. Why have you got 2 white lights and 2 black lights above your tank?
Oh, hang on. That becomes. That's just a light in the kitchen.
No,
In the
the hydras. You've got 2 white ones and 2 black ones. Have you not?
Oh, sorry. You mean the color of my lights? Yes.
Yeah.
The price was good for the individual lights. That's why. But I bought them. Again, it's more like it was a good price. Yes, ideally, obviously, for people who are OCD, that would absolutely send them haywire. And trust me, it sends my other half haywire when she looks at it whilst we have our dinner here. But hey, needs must. Not everyone can buy 4 lights the same color for that certain amount of money. So most of my tank stuff here is all secondhand, all reclaimed. 1 light I rebuilt. 1 light came from you.
So what you're saying is
1 light came from you.
all of your fish tank is under
Is that the one you had to rebuild?
hang on. I mean, it was a good trade. I rebuilt an AI light for myself originally, didn't I? But it was a 32, and I already had the 26s, and then we did a good trade.
So go on. Obviously, tell us what happened with the lights, the Hydra 32 that you had.
You mean where I got it from?
So why did you end up with the Hydra 32, and why did we end up doing a deal?
So I ended up with a 32 because I just found it on Facebook, to be fair. As most probably us do, we sit there on Marketplace scrolling, and I saw a 32 for like, was it 40 quid? But the guy dropped it in the water. He dropped it in his tank, and he said it was just flickering and not working correctly. So I was like, oh, do you know what? For 40 quid or whatever, I'll take the punt. And I've got a background in working on circuit boards. So I was like, oh, I'll have a look at it. Long story short, brought it in here, opened it up, obviously saltcrete, shorted the main board out, cleaned it all up, spoke to the D&D rep and got a new board, a new main board, put it all together, got it working. Then realized, hang on, a 32 light profile is totally different to a 26 profile. And I'd rather have another 26 or a couple of 26s. So I did a trade with Lee from 32 for a 26. And for a power cord as well, and for some nice corals, which, as you can see, they're still alive and they're in there growing. So,
See,
you know, it was a good trade for me, and I hope it was a good trade for you, Lee. Still,
yes,
So-
it was. It's so I've got obviously one of Ben's lights above one of my tanks, that I then had to go and buy another 2 lights, which were Hydra 32s. So out of a brilliant trade, because I always used to run Hydra 26s, out of a brilliant trade with Ben that I got 1 Hydra 32, I then had to go out and buy another 2. So I think all in all, Ben owes me about 600 quid.
you're all right. I mean, I did tell you the other day I've gone and done another deal, if you want, of whatnot on Marketplace. I've actually purchased 3 32s, Hydra 32s, and a 52 HD, which I don't think I'm going to use, but I'm still waiting for that to come through in the post. I did a good deal for that. So I will be having 26s for sale at some point.
Ooh, right.
So
Hydra 26s. You heard it here first, people. I have got access to Ben's Hydra 26s, which are a very, very good light. Now Ben's famous. They're obviously going to be a premium. He was stood in the shop the other day, exactly the same as you lot, just hanging about, loitering, waiting for somebody to walk in and go, "Oh, that's Ben off the internet."
yeah, I'm not doing a good enough job at it yet, am I?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, we'll have some lights available. So if anybody's watching that is wanting to upgrade lights or change lights, ask me, or if you see Ben loitering outside a fish shop somewhere, ask Ben.
Yeah.
And we can get you sorted, because they're a very, very good light, and for the money that they are, and you've seen them working on the internet, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Right, boys. I think we're about, unless anybody's got anything to add. We've been missing Daryl today. I don't know where he's gone. No, I saw him earlier, but obviously he's disappeared. But he'll be back. He'll be back. So any more questions for Ben before he goes?
Yeah.
No. Ooh.
Go on.
The reef float. How do you get on with the reef floats? The water changes.
Oh, you're talking about my water changer? I haven't had any failure as of yet.
Good. Good.
I haven't had it.
How
I
long
mean,
had it?
yeah, that's that. I've had it about 2 months. This is the 4th use now. But I bought it again secondhand, which we used quite a lot secondhand. A guy had a bigger tank than mine. He had the Red Sea G600, 6 something odd.
Right.
It was a 6-foot tank. And he's gone he's changed and said he's not doing water changes anymore. He's just dosing trace elements. So I bought that off him, but he said he used that weekly, and so far it's been really good. I mean, it's still working now, so I just do what you need to do as per the instructions. Put your salt in, put your RO in, mix it up for however many hours. Make sure it's all dissolved. Check your water, and then stick it in, turn it on, let it do its thing. It is brilliant. It's easy to use.
Yeah, I always fancied one of them, and probably still would consider one on a bigger tank. But
Yeah.
they've been around for quite a while, haven't they?
Yes, they have been out for quite a while, and that's the 100-litre version I've got there. So that does 20%. That does right. I'm going to have to go. I do apologise. I have
Okay.
children. I have child problems.
Oh,
Right.
dear.
Okay. No worries. I'll see you in a bit.
Right. See you in a
Yeah,
row. So we can now talk about him while he's gone. Exactly. So obviously, I interacted with Ben before I interacted with both of you in the fish shop. And obviously, there's a lot of things that Ben does with his fish tank that obviously I potentially advise. I'm going to take all the credit for his fish tank. But he's literally just gone from a sandy bottom and then took all of the sand out to go bare bottom. And I didn't actually realise at the moment that he's put sand back in there. So the next time we see him, I'll have to ask him why I put the sand back in. Because
for his leopard glasses, he had nowhere to hide.
right, yeah, he did say that. If only I was listening. I'll watch it back and I'll listen to myself again. See, this is where you come on. This is it. You're a good one. Right, boys. Anything else? Because we're 50 minutes. We happy that that's a. We've had people watching us today, so thank you very much, people that are watching. I don't know who it is. Drop some comments next time.
Probably Daryl.
And we will see you. It may be Daryl sat building whatever he's building, and doing it in the background. So have you actually practiced your sign off, boys? Come on.
No.
Oh, for fuck. It's like, really? Come on, boys. Right. See you next time, Internet. Thank you very much.